This portion of the Brooklyn Cafe Show is brought to you by Lorena Anderson, the Energy Boss.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Lorena Anderson, the Energy Boss. And we've got a really interesting topic today, um, all about trust. And what has happened to trust? Is it still available? Are we still able to identify it? Are we able to define it? I mean, I think Freddie turned around and had mentioned, how do we define trust? What is that? Is it based on authenticity? Is it based on follow up? Is it based on people following up on their promises and their commitments to you? I mean, and this goes in every area of your life. It doesn't matter if it's business, personal, if it's with friends or family, if it is with possible colleagues, partnerships, whatever it may be. It's really identifying where that trust is, who carries the trust, is it still alive and kicking, or is it in a recession? Is it just a pretend? Is it just something that we might kind of rely on in the background? That, oh yeah, you can trust me. How many times have we heard that? So I'm going to let's go back into time. Back when a person could give a handshake, and that was a promise that you can trust me and I am going to show up for you because I really want to help you, because in helping you, I help myself as well. And that, I believe, has really come into the forefront as not being something that we're doing anymore. You know, a handshake, does a handshake really mean something anymore? Can you really base your business on a handshake, or does it need to be in writing? You know, everybody says, get it in writing, get a contract, because of the lack of trust. So I think that that's a very important identification right now. And trust, is it a thought? Is it something that you think? Or is trust a feeling, something that you feel within you? So it's taking a look and really being honest with not only what's happening out here, but the trust that you have within yourself. Because we have to remember that everything is an inside job. Everything that we do is based from our own beliefs, what we hold sacred, how we interact with others, but what we tell ourselves. Is it a positive, uplifting, supportive, loving self-talk? Or do we question ourselves? Do we have self-doubt about how we're going to show up? You know, many times what I realize is that I can say something to somebody and really believe that in my intention is good, but my follow-up is not very good. And through the years, I have truly shifted that, because what I've realized is that integrity is what is most important, and that integrity lives within the heart. So living within the heart and speaking your truth and letting another person know that for sure you are going to show up, that they can rely on you. So maybe trust is reliance. Maybe trust is giving your word and then following up on it. Maybe trust is how you resonate with another person and how you show up for them. Because the more that you show up for them, the more you show up for yourself as well. So it's really taking a look at this recession that has happened in the level of trust and all the stereotypes that are out there. You know, like the used car salesman. I mean, they really get a bad rap, honestly. I mean, I've bought some great cars from used salesmen. The other thing, too, is real estate people. You know, they've gotten a bit of a rap as well, because there's been steering that had happened at one point, or making sure that you only show the homes that you have listed to your buyers. But you know something, what it really, really comes down to is how you connect with another individual. How you connect with what they're saying. Can you feel it? Because it's all about energy. Trust is about energy, integrity, honesty, and allowing that trust to come to the forefront and connect with that other person happens in that energy field. And that comes from the heart and or your gut. When you're with somebody and they're talking about their business, feel them. Feel whether or not this is something that you can rely on, that's going to be there when you need it. You know, that's kind of like what trust is about. But if we're not feeling and we're just thinking and thinking and thinking, we're not activating our internal energy field. You know when somebody looks you in the eyes and they say, I'm here to help you. I'm here for you. What do you need? Let me know. You feel that. That's sincerity. There's nothing that is in its way. There's no head thought whatsoever. It's pure and it is electric. So, what would it take for you to get back to that place of trust? Trust within yourself first, that you're going to follow through on what you say you're going to do. And the more you do that, the more that's going out into the energy field. And the more you're going to create people that resonate in that level of trust and honesty and integrity. Because honestly, that's all it is. That's all there is. And that's how we build our own successes. That's how we step into that power grid that allows abundance and prosperity to come into our lives. And that's also how we build community. And that is so important these days. I was talking to one of my friends, Sheikh Ali, and we were talking about how we are connecting face to face these days. And I think that that is one of the most important things right now, is how to come together face to face, or pick up the phone and hear somebody's voice. You know, emails and texts, we've relied on those too much. And unfortunately, even in social media, a lot of people will say things in social media that they would never say to your face. It's been a hideout. And I really do believe that we have to build a community that comes together in that trust, integrity, and honesty, where we can depend and rely on each other. Now, you want to know about how to feel? How to get out of your head? You have to breathe. You have to breathe down into your body, activating your internal energy field, allowing your heart to open, bringing in life force, and feel again. Because your energy field is always speaking to you. That gut will let you know whether or not there's somebody that you can trust that's talking to you, that's sharing with you, that wants to sell something to you. So, if you're having a difficult time, not only trusting yourself and what you say that you're going to do for yourself, like setting goals, showing up, give me a call. You can find me either here at the Brooklyn Cafe with Dawn and Freddie S., or give me a call at my office, 954-647-5525, or email me. If you have questions, if you want to connect, if you want to give me feedback of any sort, I would love to hear from you. So thank you. Thank you.
It's interesting because I'm hearing what she's saying. It's the year of the horse. Today is like the year of change. So if you don't trust, or you haven't trust, for whatever reason, and she named a few hundred, but for whatever reason, you take today to say, okay, let's start again and work in that direction? Or does the mistrust always stay? Because people just don't trust people. And you can't change that phenomenon.
No, but the other thing too is that they don't trust themselves. And if you don't trust yourself, you're not going to trust anybody else out there. So as I said, it's all an inside job. Listen, we just finished the year of the snake. You know what the snake is known for? Shedding. So this whole last year has been shedding so much of the negativity, the corruption, the negative self-talk, the beliefs that have left us stuck. That's what the year of the snake is, shedding all that so that we can step into the year of the horse and the year of the fire horse. That's why you're wearing red. I love it. I didn't get the memo today. I would have worn red too. But it's all about now climbing back on that horse, knowing your own worth and your own value and trusting it. That the people and the businesses that you're going to bring into yourself, the relationships, because everything's a relationship, is going to bring you to this whole new level of understanding, love, support, connection, communication, authenticity, integrity, honesty. This is what the horse is all about, the fire horse.
But do people change like that? Like if you don't trust somebody, business deal, and you're always leery of what's going on, do people just change on the dime that way because of what you're supposed to do?
Ask yourself, how many times have you listened to your intuition as to whether or not you should go into a business deal with somebody else?
But is that me talking to myself or is that me talking aloud?
It means going inside, asking yourself on the inside, how does this feel? Does this resonate? Does this sound true and honest? Or is there something that's happening inside? You know, is there a gut, is your gut all tightened up?
Well,
and
let's
everything?
flip it. Suppose you're all in and at the end of the day, the deal doesn't work because of something someone else does. That's just going to teach me not to trust, no?
Maybe it would teach you how to trust your intuition better.
But what if my intuition was wrong?
Intuition is never wrong. Never. That's your gut. That's that small inner voice that talks to you all the time. It's never wrong. This thing is wrong. This thing will play games with you all the time. That's why I said, many times you'll have a committee meeting going on up there, you know, oh boy, but that's worth $250,000. I mean, that would just take my business way up. But there's still something inside your gut, and somebody's talking. Yeah, I don't know, this seems kind of fishy. How many times do we listen to that intuition? No, we take it up into our head, and we have the committee meeting with it, and then before you know it, we've got an argument going on inside our head. And I call it the mental mob scene because it's going back and forth and back and forth. It's spinning all the time. So it's having the ability of coming back down. Breathe into that energy field. Breathe into your body, into your gut, into your heart. Listen to it. That small inner voice has never guided you sideways, ever.
But I think you're adding, I think it adds you to defend a decision making. Like not all deals work. Sometimes they work better than other times, but not all deals work. I was watching a documentary this morning. Football players get traded. So let's say you're a football player and you play on my team and I pay you $100 million. And I talk to this team and they're willing to give me 3 players, including draft picks, take back some salary. I don't go up to you and say to you, listen, I'm thinking about trading you over here. Why? They just trade you. It says, okay, you've been traded. You go with it to business. So what I'm saying is that sometimes a deal that you put on the table, you don't go out to make a bad deal. We talk about this all the time. We don't try to sign a bad deal, but sometimes a deal doesn't work. Do you stop trusting yourself in deal making? Do you stop trusting other people?
Oh, no. No, you go back into your intuition. I know you've got the NFL going on. I'll have the roofer going on.
Okay.
Okay? So one of my clients, and we've been working together for a little while, and in the beginning, he would be very nervous, very scared, and going into people's homes and not really trusting himself. Not necessarily the customer who has now called him to set an appointment, but himself. trusting himself and what he's saying, what his confidence level is, the ability of being able to say the right things or to work with objections, and he would be sitting there nervous. So that, you know, there's a new catchphrase these days. It's called your nervous system. And your nervous system is your gut, and it will tell you, okay, wait a minute, what's going on here? So after working with him for a while and saying, now wait a minute, what's your internal dialogue? What are you talking about? How are you speaking to yourself? You know, are you scared? What are you scared about? Let's go into that. So we started working little by little on building up that confidence, but also redirecting his internal dialogue. And I'm like, why don't you think you know what you're talking about? You've been in this business for what, 40 years, right? And you don't know what you're talking about? Well, yeah, I guess I do. Sometimes we have to awaken the individual to begin to trust themselves and what they know and how they show up. Not from a head, but from their heart, from their gut, from their energy field. And I've got to tell you, he is shining like a superstar because he now trusts who he is. He trusts his intelligence. He trusts his knowledge. He trusts now, just after a couple of days ago, that he is an expert in his field, where somebody was telling him he's not an expert, he's a professional. I said, no. I said, you are an expert. Being an expert means that you are professional, but you are an expert in what you do. You come from your heart. You're there to serve. And when you go into a customer's home, you say, how can I help you? How can I be of service? Come, let me show you some of the areas that are showing you that this roof needs to be removed. It needs a new roof, right? And all of a sudden, he builds a trust. And a trust because he's looking in the customer's eyes and he's speaking from his heart. He's not going through a dialogue on, you know, on this presentation and, okay, what did I say last time? Okay, what do I need to say now? Okay. No, that's a conversation that's happening in the head, but it's not a communication that you're happening with another person. When you commune with another person and you touch them through your energy field, through your eyes, you build instant trust. Instant. Because all of a sudden people can feel you. Not only hear you, but they feel you. And that's the difference that it makes. And that's how we build trust. That's how we build community. That's how we build integrity in what we say, who we are, how we show up. And that's the most important thing. And please, whatever you do, continue making deals. But I want you to feel. Just not thinking, but feeling what's going on inside your gut. You know, how is it talking to you? What is your intuition saying? Follow that.
No, I agree 100%. You getting this?
I get it, but my gut isn't always in alignment with your gut.
Well, and that's perfect, because it shouldn't be. You.
I'm on a new gut-brain supplement, actually, to connect my gut and my brain. I used to trust everyone implicitly until I realized, what is the saying? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me three times.
Not everybody's the same. You're basing an entire spectrum on maybe one or two bad incidents. We're in the business of making deals. Every deal is a different individual.
Yeah, but sometimes it's just your relationship with people. You know, when we signed our first deal at our old gallery, we didn't even sign the deal. We walked in and he said to them, I won't sign a deal. I am a man on a handshake. Shake my hand.
Wow.
And you've got my word that I will do the best to do the best. And the other guy said, oh, yeah, me too, until it didn't work out.
Until it didn't work out.
But it worked out with the one guy who said, I give you my hand.
Yeah, he left.
But he lived up to his word, though.
He did. That's why he left. Because he didn't agree with what the other guy was doing. But
do you remember that?
Yeah, I do. But even that deal lasted 2.5 years.
Yes.
And he ran his course.
Yes.
And it started us towards independence. And if it wasn't for you taking us there and making that deal, this wouldn't be here. because all these artists came from there. So it did work.
But I followed my gut on that. But think about
your intuition.
my intuition.
But you
Yeah.
created that. What do you mean you follow you let me there?
I manifested, I created it, it was there. Right, it was great. But things changed. I think things changed after COVID. I think things changed when the economy shifted. Inherently, people are good people. And then there are
Yes.
some, it doesn't even mean they're not good. It means they're at another point in their life that
No, I
they're,
got the best
they're
one.
operating at out of lack.
A lack and limitation.
Take, take the eraser, erase all. I got the best one.
Oh,
Here we
okay.
go.
He's going to tell you what I said is
for
wrong.
4 years, she said no.
Oh,
For 4
yeah.
years, she said no. And every year, I used to ask her, come and work. Let's do this. Let's get it together. Let's do this. 4 years. Not 1, not 2, not 3, 4. And the only reason she sits here is because someone else put them on a show that I was producing. And I said, she don't come and do my show first. You ain't doing nothing. I'll never let you back. And this was at iHeart.
Oh, wow.
So before we go down this, whatever it is you want to call it, 4 years, explain that to me. Because that was no trust. What you got? I'm all ears.
I just think things are different. I think people have to, there is trust, and then you'll get into a bad business deal, right? Investment deals where you think you trust the person, and then next thing you know, the person you trusted at that organization is gone. And now you've moved up. There's so many levels to
That's
this
what you got?
conversation.
Absolutely.
I'm not even addressing that
Wow,
conversation.
She ran right over that
It
one.
wasn't that I didn't trust you. Once I found out it was you, I did trust
4
you.
years it took you to find out it was me?
That,
I asked everybody in the neighborhood.
but I never got the messages.
I don't believe all that.
But once
And then
she
what
told me
happened-
who
what
her
happened then
producer
after
was, I
that?
trusted you.
You didn't trust me. There was like contracts. Your sister, you
And
put
then-
your sister on me.
And then the thing at iHeart, where it was between you and your partner who I had to trust. I had two totally
No, that was a
different
mistake.
stories.
That was a mistake.
In my head, they told me, my guardian said, trust Freddie. I took that leap of trust. So
10 years
I
later.
do trust. And I do trust you with everything.
No, don't make it sound like everything. 4 years.
I may not
got
agree with you on
300,
everything, but I
That's over 1,400.
but I know
days.
inherently
How about-
you have the best intent and best trust for
always
everything
do.
we do here.
So how about if we can let the past go, get
No, I'm
present
just
in the
using that
moment?
as an example of when people start on one
my
way
dear,
and
we
end up
all
another
have
one.
those examples, though.
Oh, I got plenty.
I do too. Oh, I have a ton of them.
Waiting for people to show
However,
up.
What's important right now is extracting the wisdom from all of our past to allow us to be present in this moment, to be able to create our future.
I agree.
You know? So how about if from this moment forward, we create that level of trust between all of us? I believe that it's there already. I don't have
Not
any
me.
doubt.
It was until you made that remark earlier in the show, but that's
I trust Lorena. I trust you. I trust everyone in
what
the
is
studio.
there not to trust?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
Well,
So we're in agreement. You don't even know we're in agreement.
No, there are certain deals that I do that you don't trust. I know it for a
But it's
fact.
not you.
It's
Might be
always
the
me
other
as
side
I'm in
of
the
the
middle
deal.
of the deal.
Might be the other side of the deal.
It makes no difference what the other side looks like.
Why?
Because it's this side that we represent. We can't control the other side. I can't control what shoes she's going to wear.
She got nice shoes. Just saying. You got to follow your gut, right?
I knew a guy that if the
your intuition, that
Your
small
intuition.
inner voice, that's your God self.
I don't, I have an intuition and I listen. I tell her to shut up sometimes because it's
Because your head is constantly going.
no, because
over,
sometimes you
over.
got to make a deal to make another deal, and sometimes you shouldn't do this deal to make this other deal, but I do it anyway, and then I try to massage it as I go along, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But I've been doing this almost 20 years now. You can't tell me that one deal is better than the next. All deals have a give and take. Yes. You make a deal with somebody, there's got to be something in it for them as well. You can't just be all you.
Well, we're not talking about it being just for one.
No,
we're
no, I
talking
understand
about
that.
win-wins,
But you-
okay?
but the problem is that the way negotiations are, you get into negotiating with somebody, all they want is for them. They don't want a deal. They just want a them. And that deal you don't do. You don't make a bad deal to make a deal.
There you go.
But the object of the game is that somewhere along the line, this person distrusts it so much that all they do is they gobble up like a black hole. And you can see it. And
Yeah,
he says, okay,
so
just
stay
slow
away.
it down.
Yeah.
And let's see if we can work
But
something
what if you
out.
put business aside and you just look at personal relationships.
That's even worse.
Friend, this way you're taking the money out of the situation.
No, it's not even
Take the
worse.
business
There's
out.
always money in the situation.
It's
When
just-
you get married, you don't think there's money in the situation? Back to 4 years. There's always money in every situation. There is always a finance. Even when you get married, there's a finance. You live together, there's a finance.
Wow.
You have children, there's a finance. Tell me there isn't. You know, I would love to say there isn't. I really would. From
I
the
don't
bottom
think
of my
about it
heart.
like
Come on,
that, though.
money is just energy, all right? So
You have to-
what's wrong with money
There's nothing wrong with it, but
Thank
sometimes
you.
it dictates a relationship.
if you allow it?
Well, now we're back to
When
that.
you go out for dinner with friends, friends that
friends?
are not
You
clients,
guys?
friends, people that, so I want to take the money out of it.
Okay.
Friends that, say Juji comes into town, your cousin, or say, I don't know, someone,
Okay.
a friend from
I
New
go
York
to
comes
dinner.
in, right?
Yeah.
Diane, whatever.
Right.
You go to
Yes,
dinner.
I have.
You trust her?
Trusted to what? To eat? Yes. she's gonna
Diane,
eat.
you trust Big D? There's no
Do
money
I trust
involved.
her to eat, or
No.
do I trust her to be there? What am I trusting her for?
Whatever. Your relationship with her, is there a trust in that friendship?
Yeah, we're
That
friends.
if you called and asked her to have your back, or even if you didn't, if she saw
Not
you needed her help,
necessarily.
would you would
She wouldn't. No, I wouldn't say she had my back.
no? Do you have any friends? I'm like reaching like old time friends. I'm like, this
I'm
must
your
be like your
friend,
bestie.
Do you want me to be honest?
Yes.
I don't have many people that I can say have my back.
Really? I think
That's
everyone
okay.
in here has your back,
Yeah,
and it's not financial.
exactly.
There's many levels of having your back.
There's
Many levels.
there's only one energy that flows through all of us, and that energy is love. Okay? And that energy of love goes through money, it goes through dinners and food, it goes through people's smiles, their hugs, whatever it is, it's all energy. It's us that are so powerful that we can twist it and make it something really negative. Oh, well, you know, he just hugged me because he wanted to, you know, have something different than what I was willing to give. Or what I'm saying is that sometimes you get a hug and it's like, wait a minute, you know, I'm not going there with you.
It's a different hug.
Yeah, it's a different hug, but it's not based on love.
What's it based on?
Lust.
But lust is an emotion, just like love is an emotion. Depression is an emotion. People do certain things because they do not think. Forgive them, for they do not know.
Knowing and thinking are two different things.
True. True. But the object here is that sometimes there are people that want to get close to you. I've even noticed this with you and you. And you. That they want to get close to you, not because of lust or anything else. They just want to sit in the same place you sit. They want to feel your vibe. They want to feel your energy. They want to feel like they think that something magical is going to appear.
No, it's the way they feel when they're in your presence.
Yes.
And a feeling is the most important thing because people don't remember what you say. They remember how you make them feel.
Exactly.
And everybody wants to feel that higher vibrational frequency because it feels good.
Well, it's better to feel good than feel bad.
Absolutely. And that's then back again to the trust piece.
Well, but back to that, because you have to say yes. You have to open the door to let them in.
Exactly.
You can't give the feel.
You can't be a little pregnant.
You can't be a little pregnant. You can't be involved with somebody to make them feel better if they don't give you an opportunity. A lot of people, they shy away. I love it when they do the air kiss. And I call it the Judas kiss. They kiss the ceiling.
I call it the country club kiss.
And I look up and I go, geez, your lips reach all the way up there. Because it's not real. It's
No, it's
artificial.
artificial.
There's sugar and then there's artificial sugar.
Just like social media posts and people. Back to
Uh-huh.
that.
Yes.
And the trust.
Yes.
And the trust.
Like your TikTok shop.
What's wrong with my TikTok shop?
You trust everything you buy until you get it in.
I did, and they gave me a piece of junk.
And now I'm very careful on what I even buy. I found a cute little giraffe I want to buy for the baby, and now I have to look at the
might have
measurements
lead in it.
because it might look this big, but it might actually be this big. Now I have to look at it. Trust, but it's
But
learned.
look at what you're learning because of it.
Right.
And that's what it's all about. We're here to experience the process of life and also to allow ourselves a greater understanding at each and every moment, because this is Earth School. So we're
Earth
always
School.
learning, you know, and part of that trusting is learning. And you learned from a long time ago, you know, who to trust and who not to trust. I used to trust everybody as well, because that was just my heart, you know, and I was excited. I loved people. You know, I still love people. However, now I get to discern. Discernment means, okay, is this person coming, is it a good fit or is it not a good fit? Is it feeling, you know, warm and welcoming or creepy? Is this supporting me? Do I feel loved? Do I feel as if, you know, this person is coming from their heart? And that's discernment versus judging. And judging is pointing fingers. And that pointing fingers is another way of, again, inside, judging yourself. Where do you judge yourself? Where do you not show up for yourself? Where do you not trust yourself? I mean, we all have a certain amount of goals. Are you allowing yourself to step into those goals and trusting that you have everything that it takes to be able to achieve those goals or not? Because when we don't trust ourselves to achieve the goals, we don't trust anybody else out there to achieve the goals for us either.
All right, conversation continues. How do people find you?
You can find me at la@ishiftyourenergy.com. My website is ishiftyourenergy.com. Or you can call me at my office, 954-647-5525. And or call Dawn and Freddie S.
Call me.
Call any of us. We're
Call her.
here to help you so that you can trust not only others, but yourself as well.